Take a big inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth. And when you exhale, force out the breath a little bit. I just want to make sure everyone's muted so that the recording's a little bit better. All right, there we go. And we'll do that a couple more times. So remember, with Pilates, when you inhale, it's like you're blowing up a balloon in your chest. You really want to feel the rib cage expand. Then you inhale through your nose. But then when you exhale, it's through your mouth, and it's a little bit of a forceful exhale. So inhale and exhale. And then let's add in the arms with this. Inhale, open the arm or reach the arms overhead. And exhale, arms down. And keep breathing like this. Inhale. And when you inhale and reach the arms up, you're firing up your back extensors. And then lower down. We're going to do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and grab the backs of your hamstrings. So just kind of loosely, don't pull a whole lot here. And then you're going to create a C curve shape with your back. So the C curve is when it kind of feels like the pelvis is or the tailbone sliding forward a little bit. And then you're going to lower down about to your waistline and then come on back up. And this is when you can kind of use your arms a little bit. Just lower and back up. And you're keeping the C curve shape. Don't extend your back right now. Just keep it C curved. And let's pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to go down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then reach the arms and lower down, but slowly. So you're going to go down an inch and down an inch and down an inch. And we have 2 more inches and down an inch. And then last time, all the way down until you're lying on your back. And then once you're lying onto your backs, we've done this before. We're just going to start with a very small movement, a little pelvic tilt. So this is nice for lengthening the low back and also for starting to tone the low abdomen. So you'll feel here when you're lying on your back like this, that you're just kind of in this, this natural shape, which usually will be, for most bodies, a little bit of space around the low back. And what I want you to do is then think about moving your tailbone to your pubic bone to your belly button. And then so you kind of start to curl and you flatten your low back onto the mat. And then you release and go back to the start position. And we're just going to do this a few times. It's a little bit more subtle. You know, you're going to feel a little something, but it won't be particularly strenuous. But like I said, this is a great way to loosen up the low back, but also to start activating the low abdomen. So we're just going to do a couple more here. You can probably feel your pelvic floor getting involved. And let's just do 2 more. And then just 1 more. And then arms along your sides. And press your shoulder blades down into the mat so that you feel the front sides, the collarbone spread, fronts of the shoulders open. And we're going to do the pelvic curl now. So that's that same thing that we just did, except this time you're going to peel the hips and then the back up off of the mat. But remember, it's not a bridge pose, so the rib cage stays drawn in. And then lower down, pull the abs in deep to lower down, all the way back down, 1 bone at a time until you're back in your start position. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale when you're up and exhale down. And we're going to do 5 more here. 5 and down. 4 and down. 3, and lower down, 2, lower down, and this last time, come on up and then hold it up. So feel like the knees are reaching forward, the heels are pulling back, and then lower halfway down and up. So right now you're really isolating the glutes. So lower halfway and lift, and let's lower and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower all the way back down. And we're gonna move, we're gonna do a couple more things in bridge pose. So just sway your legs from side to side. Just give yourself a moment to regroup and rest. And then we're gonna come back into that same position. So lift up, push into your shoulders, reach the right leg up and down, and left leg up and down. So it's kind of like you're marching in place. Lift. Good. Yeah, this looks good. And down. And lift. And now look at your pelvis from here and do your best to keep your pelvis steady, which is quite difficult. So push into the foot, the opposite foot, to try to keep it steady, really engage the core. And then the other way you help keep it steady is by limiting how high up you bring your leg. So you might want to go a little lower if you're getting out of alignment. And let's do 3 more on each side. So this is 3, 2, and then one more time. And now this time when you're down, come onto your tippy toes. So you're popping up the heels. And when you have your heels up, you're gonna pedal your feet. So it's almost like you are prancing, right? One heel down, other one up, and just alternate here. Still working the backside of the body a lot, but now you're also working the calves and the ankle joint. And let's pick up the pace a little and do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. And then hug both knees into your chest to release the low back a little. Okay, from here, take your legs to a tabletop position. So remember, tabletop, you basically want the thigh perpendicular to the floor. So try to keep that at a straight line. And then you're holding the shape. And I want you to take both legs, open your arms to a T, palms face the ceiling, really press the shoulder blades down to the mat, and then reach both legs halfway over to your right side. So you're in a twist. But here's the kicker, you want to try to keep the pelvis stacked. So that means you got to give it a little bit more of a reach with the top leg. So really reach the top leg a little bit more so that the knees are in the same line. And then come back to the middle. And then go over to the other side and you're gonna do that same thing. So if you just kind of go over to the side, you're gonna see your knee shift. And you wanna correct that shift by reaching the top leg a little bit more. And as you reach the top leg more, you're gonna feel more work through the obliques. Come to the middle and switch. And then use the armpit, the rib cage, and then the waistline to bring the legs back to the middle and then go to the left. Reach with the top leg and then push to the armpit, the rib cage, the waistline, come back to the middle. And let's do once more on each side. And last time. And then back to the first side. So you're going to reach over to the right again. But this time extend both of your legs. So you're going to reach both legs. Really focus on the obliques here. Lift the top leg up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. Lift and lower the top leg just a tiny bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back to the middle. Bend the knees. Go over to the left side, your second side, reach both legs, try to stack up the toes, stack the hips, and then up an inch and down into the top leg, up an inch and down. So it's a small movement, it's controlled. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come back to the middle, bend the legs, and go ahead and put the feet down onto the floor. We're gonna do a chest lift series here. So we'll do chest lift, which is basically a crunch, and we'll also do it going side to side, which gets the obliques. I'm going to leave my feet down flat on the floor, but it's a little bit more challenging, and you're welcome to do it this way if you want your legs in tabletop position. Totally up to you. They're both obviously really good. I'm leaving my feet down because otherwise it's I'm having trouble getting it out of my hip flexors right now, but feel free to do either one. Now, interlace the hands, but really jam the webbing of your fingers together so that it's actually supportive. And take your hands behind your head, right at the base of your skull where your head and your neck meet. And then exhale, come up, pull the belly in, and lower down. And exhale up and down. And we're gonna do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up and rotate. So left armpit towards the opposite knee, come to the middle and switch. And remember, you're always reaching with your armpit, not the elbow. And that's how you get really good rotation. So you actually get into the obliques. And switch. And switch. So we're going to do 7 more. 7 on each side. 6, 5, 4, 3, you've got 2, and 1 more. And then go ahead and lower down. And look, you can lower your legs as well if your legs are up. So we're going to do another variation of a side crunch. This one also is for the obliques. You start with your feet down on the mat, and then you just drop both legs over to the right side. And you're gonna try to keep your chest relatively, it's not gonna be perfectly square, but you're trying to keep it square-ish. So you're trying to kind of keep your chest pointing to the ceiling. Hands behind the head again in that same fashion. And then exhale, crunch up and try to crunch into the top oblique. And down. And up. And down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the legs all the way over to the other side or your second side. And same thing here, crunch up for 10. And you know you're getting it if you see wrinkles in your shirt. So you're trying to see some wrinkles right along your top side here. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower down. And come on back to the middle. Let's just do one more ab exercise here, and then we'll do a different body part, but we can do some more abs at the end, or I'll just give you a little break from abs. This is the roll up. Start with your hands reaching to the ceiling, and you're going to have your fingertips reach toward your feet, head and shoulders come off the floor, look at your toes, and exhale, roll up over the legs. And then when you're rolled up here, keep drawing the belly in tightly, and then slowly lower down. So the back's gonna stay round for most of the time for this one. All the way back down. Take the arms over the head at the end, but then before you get started, bring them up over your shoulders again. And that's just because what happens often is when people reach their arms over their head like this, there's a real tendency to pop the rib cage. And we're trying, basically in Pilates, especially for people who do a lot of yoga, we're really trying to pull the rib cage in. But most of us, those of us who do yoga especially, tend to really pop the rib cage. So try to pull the rib cage in, hands are over the shoulders. Hands lead, head follows, looking for your feet, and then exhale, roll up. And then inhale in this forward fold, and then exhale, roll down. And we're gonna do 3 more. Inhale, hands lead, head follows, exhale up. Inhale, pause, and exhale down. Looks nice. And a couple more here. Roll up. Inhale, pause. Exhale down. And again, head and shoulders lead, look for the feet. Exhale, come on up. And roll back down. And just this is our last time going up. One more time. Roll on up. And then sit up tall. Okay. We'll change directions here for a little bit. So sit in, we'll do saw, and we're gonna do another one called spine stretch. So you have your feet apart, but it's not super wide. So don't go and do like a yoga pose, right? They're wider than your hips, but they're not super wide. Arms start at a T position like this. Pinky finger to the opposite pinky toe. So you kind of reach on this, like you twist on an axis first, and then reach 1, 2, like so you're sawing off your baby toe 1, 2 times. Inhale, come up. Face forward again. Twist, reach, and when you're reaching, the back hand actively reaches back. 1, 2. And so you're really pulling through both hands, and that's what gets you that really nice twist and reach. So it's a twist, but it's also a nice back stretch. And inhale, come on up. And let's repeat. 1, 2, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, twist. So it's a 1, 2, like 2 little of those forceful exhales. We're gonna do a couple more in each direction. 1, 2, sit up tall, change direction. 1, 2, sit up tall. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do once more in each direction. You might find that your arms are starting to get a little tired, and I think that's a good thing. So we're gonna play with that a little bit. I'm gonna keep you here with the arms lifted. I want you to have your palms up toward the ceiling now, and we're just focusing on the arms, small-ish circles, like maybe the size of a softball or a grapefruit, backwards. I want you to go backwards though. And backwards, I think, feels a little bit more opening for the shoulders. And just keep circling here. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, palms facing forward, thumbs up, squeeze back. And what I want you to do is go to about, like, don't go forward at all. Start at this place where your arms are just reaching straight out, and then go back, and then go to that spot again, but don't come forward. So we're really kind of trying to work on an isometric movement here. And let's do 10. And this is, I think, pretty good for like any shoulder posture, including Marichasana, Mary. I think this can really be helpful with opening the shoulders. I think this is good for, let me think of some other ones. Can be helpful for Supta Kamasana. Any of the twisting ones. This is pretty nice for opening the shoulders. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then the last one here, bring your forearms together and you're in prayer hands, and then push up, 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 up. And it's hard, right? Like your arms are probably pretty fatigued at this point. Try to stay with it. And let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and relax. And we'll take a quick little stretch for the arms before we go into the next one. So cross one arm over your chest and just give it a little push back. And offer yourself a little bit of resistance here as well. So your one arm is pushing the hand back, but then the arm that you're pushing is also kind of resisting a little. It makes it a little bit more effective. Let's switch over to the other side. So you're stretching, but you're resisting the stretch. Same thing here, arm up. Bend the hands so you're reaching down your back. But resist the stretch. Don't just try to go as far as you can. Just kind of offer a little bit of resistance. And let's just change into the other side. Okay, we're gonna do spinal stretch. You guys stay exactly where you are. I'm just gonna move so you can see my profile here. So your legs are the same. And you start like you were having your back, like you were leaning against the wall. So your back's like, act like you had your back right against the wall. And then you kind of peel your back away from the wall. So you're gonna tuck your chin to the chest and just reach forward a little bit. So it's basically a spine stretch. Pull your belly in deeply. And then stack the vertebra and come back up. And reach forward again, but like really pull the belly in. So you're still using your abs. It's actually like you're getting, boom, punched in the gut. Like you really pull the belly in. Like you're trying to protect yourself if you're getting punched. Reach forward and then stack it up. And reach forward and stack it up. And let's do 3 more here. Exhale forward. Inhale, stack. 3. 2. One more time, hold it forward. You're gonna stay forward, but now you're gonna extend your back. So instead of having a round back, you're lengthening the back. Reach your arms up so your arms are also at a diagonal line. You might want to or have to bend your knees here. Bend if you need to bend, and push the arms up, 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 up. Keep pushing up, push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just sit regularly. Okay, from here, let's come into a side lying series. And we're gonna work on this will be some hips, but we're actually gonna try to work on the oblique a fair amount here as well. So what I want you to do is just rest your head on your arm. So reach your arm, palm up, and just let your head go down onto the arm. Now, the other hand is going to be right around your waist. And the less you use this hand, the better. It's just to kind of stabilize you. So try not to bear a lot of weight with the top arm. Now, your choice of where you want to put your feet, if it's possible for you, go try to get it in a straight line. It's pretty hard to get a straight line. So if you feel like you're going to tip over, just scoot your feet a little bit forward. But the more forward you go, it'll be a little bit easier. The closer to a straight line that you're in, it'll be a little bit more difficult. Don't take the legs behind you though. Okay, so from here, exhale, lift both legs up and down. And exhale, lift up and down. And we're gonna do 8, 7, 6. So you are probably feeling some work right along the waistline. 5 more. 4, 3. So we have 2 more. So if it's possible, try coming up and then just grabbing the waist itself. Just see if you can. I think you probably will be able to mess around with it a little bit. So this is, you can feel that work through the oblique. And then just try this last one with your hand on your waist. Makes the balance a little bit harder. And then go ahead and lower down. And when the balance is hard, the exercise can be less effective. So, typically I would suggest just keeping the fingertips down. Let's play with another variation here. So you're gonna lift both legs up again. And this time just the bottom leg moves up and down. So you're gonna, the work now for the oblique, it's more static, but you're most likely still feeling some work there. But now you might feel a little bit more with the inner thighs, right? So focus on the inner thighs. And let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep both legs up and kick open and close. And then alternate which leg's going forward and close. Kick, 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 kick. Let's do 5, 4. It's a tricky one. 3. You guys look great though. 2 and 1. And then go ahead and rest down. Just come on up, and your choice. You can just roll onto the other side if you don't want to watch me, or flip over sides like I just did, and we'll get the opposite one. Now again, arm is extended, you're resting your head on your shoulder, and both legs are reaching, and try to put them in about the same place that you just had them. And let's start with the side bend to feel the work through the oblique. Exhale, lift up and down. And remember, we're doing 10 of these. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try to move your hand to your waist if you can. Just feel that work, and try this last one with your hand on your waist. This side's harder for me. Maybe you're noticing the difference between your sides. And then go ahead and lower down. And then we'll do the variation where we're lifting the bottom leg. Come on back up, get your legs up high, feel the obliques, and then try to keep the top leg pretty still and the bottom leg moves. And lift and lower. 8, 7, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold up and kick. 1, 2. We didn't do 10, but I can't remember how many we did, so we'll do 3 more. 3, 4. Okay, that's it. I'm doing it better. All right, and then roll onto your belly. And we'll move into a little bit of back extension. So let's have you start in like a Sphinx leg pose for single leg kicks. But now remember, with single leg kicks, it's not just like, you're not just like hanging out here and with your forearms on the mat. You push into the arms and you pull your belly up off the mat. So your pubic bone is down, maybe your hip bones are down, but like your belly button is up right now. So make sure that you're working hard enough to get your belly button off the mat. And then spread your collarbones and then activate the legs so the legs hover off the mat. So this is the start position. Now take your right heel and kick your butt. 1, 2, and extend it and change. 1, 2, and extend and change. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good, and let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then put the legs down. Put your hands where your elbows just were. And then push into your hands. We're gonna do, this is swan. So push up into your hands, come into, this almost is like a cobra position. Let's see. And then bend the elbows, you kind of rock so your chest comes down and your legs go up. And then push into the hands and come up again. So your hands are just a little bit in front of your shoulders, like, well, maybe about a foot in front of your shoulders. So hands are a little bit forward. Yeah, that looks okay. And then bend the elbows, chest down, legs up. And you just start rocking here. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then press back into all fours. And from all fours, let's just move into a cat-cow stretch just to kind of release the back. So inhale, chest lifts, belly falls, exhale, flex the back. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And from here, we're gonna move into a high plank series. Check the time. Yeah, we have. Well, we'll do some high plank, but I won't make us do. We're gonna go for about another 7 or 8 minutes, so we won't only do high plank because then we'll all be wiped out. But we'll move into a high plank series, and then we'll maybe do a little bit more abs. If high plank hurts your wrist, just drop down to your elbows. If you have blocks nearby and you can't do high, so we're gonna do some things with the legs. So sometimes you might not have enough space if you're on your forearms. So you can always put your elbows on a block like this, which might just give you enough height to do this first exercise specifically is what I'm thinking of. So high plank or high plank on your forearms, whatever one works for you, come on. And we're gonna do, I'm totally spacing on the name, but it's like a mountain climber. We're just gonna do it a little slower. Pull the right knee into your chest and take it out. Pull the left knee into your chest and take it out. And switch, 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 switch. Let's do 5. Stay with your breath. 4. Powerful exhale, full inhale. 3, 2, and 1. Press back to a down dog to regroup. And we're going to play with something really similar. This one will involve a little twist. I'm just going to move my mat a little so I have enough space. So this time it'll be leg to the opposite armpit, or knee, I should say. So you're back in the high plank, shift the weight forward, take the left knee to the opposite armpit, and then back. And let's stay on that side. So we're gonna do 3 with the left going to the right. And then this last time, extend the foot and open yourself up. And then put the hand down and take it back. And to the opposite, so right knee, left armpit, twist 1, twist 2, twist 3, reach the foot and open up. And back down. We'll do 1 more in each direction. So left knee to the right armpit, 1, left knee to the right armpit, 2, left knee to the right armpit, 3, extend, open, and down. Opposite side, right to the left, 1, 2, 3, and open. And press back to another downward facing dog to regroup, reset. Drop back down into all fours. And we'll just switch gears for a moment so that we're not spending all of our last minutes together in high plank because we'll probably all lose our technique if we do that. So we'll do some little knee lifts here. I really, really like this exercise for toning the low belly. I think it's great for working on Bakasana, jump throughs, jump backs. I mean, everything really. So stabilize the shoulder girdle. So that's not going to move, right? That's staying the same. And then you're going to hover your knees just like 1 inch off the mat. It's a small movement. Pull the knees up an inch and down an inch, up an inch and down an inch. In this movement, it's really coming from the core as much as possible. So yeah, your legs are doing some of the work and the arms are stabilizing, but the core lifts you and it lowers you, and it lifts you and it lowers you. And let's do 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just rest down. And we're going to do one more in that same position with the that we were just in. This time what you're going to do is hover the knees, step one leg back and forward, opposite leg back and forward. So you're basically stepping into a high plank and high plank. And let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then twist yourself back into a downward facing dog. And then from this downward facing dog, let's finish up with a set of push-ups. So you're in down dog and shift forward to a high plank. Your choice if you want to be on your knees or not, up to you. Take a wide hand position so the elbows are opening out to the sides. Inhale, lower down to your point of control. Come up. You don't have to go all the way down. Inhale and exhale up. You can also do it on your knees. If you're on your knees, just try to keep your butt at a diagonal line. So avoid sticking the butt up really high. Just try to keep it at a diagonal. Let's try to do like 2 or 3 more. Maybe 1 more, or maybe you're done. And then push back to a downward facing dog. And from down dog, pedal out your legs a few times. Alternate the stretch behind your legs. Go down onto your knees and just come into an active child's pose. So you're really walking the arms away from you and press down into your arms, into your hands. So that I want you to feel hopefully a little something through the armpits and the shoulders. So really push, push. And then bend the elbows, put your chin in your hands and walk the elbows forward a little bit so that you're feeling a stretch again for the upper back, but maybe this time the triceps a little too, hopefully. And put your hands down and come into a standing forward bend. And just you let yourself ragdoll here. You don't have to be active, just hamstrings lengthen, back releases. And pull the abs in tight and then slowly roll up. Reach your arms up and over your head. Big opening. Interlace your fingers, push your palms away. Send your arm bones back. And then reach everything over to the right. And reach everything over to the left. And you are finished. Does anyone have any questions for me? No?
That one that we did on our backs where we're supposed to have our legs up, that's like really hard. Like I can't get my knees and my upper thighs off the ground when I do
The one that was like a bridge pose?
We were on our stomachs.
Oh, yeah, that one is very hard. Do you want to show me how you did it really quickly so I can try to coach you through it a bit? It's hard. So the reason it's hard is because it uses your whole posterior chain, which, you know, we don't use for like, this is exactly what you're not strengthening the entire day you're at your desk. So that's pretty good right there. That swimmer, that's a little different. So you're gonna put your forearms down like a Sphinx pose. And I would move the elbows like 1 or 2 inches forward even, just get them a little bit in front of you. And then pull the belly in and okay. And then activate the legs and see if you can get them to kind of hover. Okay. So lift your chin a little just because that's going to help open the chest. Okay. So you can stay right here and not do anything else. Or go ahead and stay really active. Try to kick the heel all the way to the butt. So the knee bends. The knee's going to bend more. Yeah. But don't let the knee go down. See how your knee just, you're going to, so you could bend the knee a little less and just try to kind of like go to the middle somewhere. Little kick. Yes, like that. That's good. That's good. And there's other things that could help with that too, like that we could do in a different class, but we maybe have done them before. Something like this can be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
We do this sometimes in the class just to like tone the back of the side of the body, little leg lifts like that. Okay. And you would just alternate sides. Does anyone else have a question?
But the knees are off the ground.
If possible, you're trying to hover the knees off the ground. It's pretty hard to keep them up. So, but like how Mary was doing, like start in that position, try to get them up, and then maybe you're not actually kicking your butt yet, but try, start bending. And when you have the knees up off the mat, you're gonna feel more of a hamstring curl. So you'll feel like some activation through the hamstring. Did you have a question, anyone else, Minnie, or what do you have?
Every time I come back after, like when you lie down and you say you come up, I have to hold on to something, and I've not improved on that for some time now.
Okay,
so
you can do 2 things might help. First of all, do you have the first thing that would help that you don't need anything special to do is just work on going down more slowly. Just really work on controlling it all the way down. Hang out in some of the hard spots. Hang out. That can help. The second thing that and like kind of go down to your point of control and then come up. So lower down. You can't go any further without losing it, then come up. So that just kind of isolating how far you go. So remember, like anytime you lower down in a posture, like this is true for like back bends, like dropping back. It's really hard to, it's like handstand. It's easier to go down than it is to go up. Same with the roll up. So you want to try to control the way down when gravity is helping you because you're using the same muscles. You just need to train them more. The other thing that can help though, if you happen to have it, if you have little hand weights, like 1 or 2 pound weights that keep, like the things that people use for like walking, hold those in your hands. And little weights are going to help you because with the arms reaching, you have that little bit of extra weight forward. It can really help. So next week, we're meeting at the same time for a foam roller class. So I encourage you to come if you have a foam roller, or if you don't have a foam roller, they're not a bad thing to have anyways, because they can really kind of help loosen you up. But we'll do, that's perfect. So we'll do a lot of, it'll be some stretching, more stretching than tonight, but we'll do a lot of Pilates exercises on the foam roller, which makes it very, very difficult, but very, very good for stabilizing muscles because you have to work so much harder when you're doing these things on the foam roller.
Is it at the same time as today?
Yeah, it's the same time.
It's a whole month to having a Pilates class?
What was that?
Do you have the Pilates class the whole month or just?
I can't do it. I'm supposed to be having this surgery and like I can't do physical exercise when I'm like it's just really messing me up though because it got canceled last month and like it's
Sure. That's okay, you take care of yourself. That's
yeah,
fine.
so like I can't plan the whole month until I have this over with because I'm not supposed to like I can't demonstrate. It's just gonna be so anyways, I'm gonna I'll do the whole month as soon as I can again.
Sure, you take your time, no problem.
Yeah.
Good luck with your surgery.
Yeah, so anyways, okay guys, I will see you soon.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a nice-
Take care.
Thank you.